Welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast. It's a place where inspired experts distill their brilliance down into simple, practical advice that you can use right away. It's 8 minutes, it's 4 questions, and it's one practical piece of advice that you can put into use today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Art of Vibrancy podcast. Today, we're so honored to have one of the most dynamic, interesting people that I know with us. Please welcome to the Art of Vibrancy podcast, Tanya MFK. Tanya, how are you doing today? Where are you speaking from today?
I am doing fantastic. I am coming in from Czech Republic. It's beautiful and sunny right now, which is not something I get to say very often. So as a former Californian, it's a very nice day to be meeting.
Great. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're used to the heat. Yeah. Well, I think it's snowing in California at the moment. It's certainly in a lot of America, isn't it? So
yeah, it's a little backwards for once. So I'm counting my blessings.
Yeah, you've got the sunshine today. That's lovely. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell our audience a little bit about you, and then we'll crack on with the score. It's 4 questions in 8 minutes. So I'll tell them about you. Tanya MFK's program, Clarity Strategy System Success Plan, has been the backbone of profitability for Fortune 500 companies and business owners since 2005. Unique to address both personal development and business strategy. Her mission is to eliminate the hustle lifestyle that keeps us from enjoying our best now whilst building a thriving business. Well, that sounds just perfect, Tanya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could all do with a bit of that, I think. So,
absolutely.
Great. We'll crack on with this. I've got a little timer, but don't worry, oh, it's in the sunshine there. So 8 minutes starting now. Here we go. Tanya, what, in your experience, is the biggest challenge that people face as they age with regarding to staying healthy, well, and positive? So they know they want to change, but what are the roadblocks and that they put in their own way?
Well, what I see is that we know that life is short, but we live each day like our best life or our dream life is going to fall into our laps. Or conversely, we let it pass while we're working like crazy to try to, make it all happen, and life passes us by. So I used to work 16-hour days to create a magical life for my husband in the future. And then he was diagnosed with stage 4 cholangiocarcinoma. There was no future, and I had to do the best with the time that we had right then. So I lost him 4 months later, and it took a lot of healing to get past the regret of the time that I wasted. And so when we don't have control in our life, we have power. We have power to follow ambitions and goals while living our best life in the moment of each day. So when I say our biggest challenge is that we let busyness of ourselves or others keep us from doing the things we want. We say, I wish I'd spend more time with my family. I wish I could have taken that trip. I wish I could have learned how to play piano. But we don't know how to make time with our already busy schedules. And certainly we haven't found any extra time. So those things that we want to do just keep piling up. And the truth is they always will, unless we do something different.
Right. So we don't make time for the things that we really inside want to do more.
We don't know how. Yeah, we don't know how.
No, how did you say we don't have control, but we do have the power?
We have power, absolutely.
Yeah,
and I think that's a huge, moving on to our misconception, which I'll let you take that, but that's a big part of it as well.
That's the next question. So this is perfect. What are the common misconceptions people have about solving that problem, about not having this, control over their lives?
Well, and that's just it. I don't have time, or they don't have time, whoever they is, the other party. But it's never really about time. It's always been about priority. We have time for our priorities. So where we slip up is what and who chooses that priority. So it's really about stepping back and reconnecting to what really matters in this short life, identifying what we really want out of it, and looking at all of those to-do lists through a new lens. Do these things align with my goals, desires, and dreams? Do they align with the life I want to live? And if they don't, it's time to make some decisions, because what you do with the time you have here is completely up to you. So remembering that we don't have control. Life will be crazy all over. It will change. Hello, pandemic. But we have power to make choices within that.
Right. So we have the power to make the choices, but people don't. They think it's going to be too difficult. They're too busy. They're not.
Yeah, it's too busy. I have so much stuff to do.
Yeah. What did my mum used to see? Is that you can't see the wood for the trees.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So much going on.
Absolutely. And we let it pile up. And the truth is it always will. There'll always be a lack of time unless we start to see it differently.
Yeah. So it's all about the perception of the time and how you use your time. Well, that's brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love this. So she's so wise, Tanya.
Thanks. Well, it's what life has brought us to there, to find this wisdom. So yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. We've got loads of time left, 4 minutes left.
Yay.
Yeah, we're doing good. This is the next question. This is perfect. What's the number one tip you could give our audience to help them today? So a single, tangible, it doesn't have to be single, a tangible, specific action that they could implement right away, like after this now.
So that's what we get to, right? We hear all this great stuff and you go, okay, well, what do I actually do? And it has been said that being busy is a form of laziness, which is like, ouch. But when we're not being mindful of where we put our time, we find ourselves focusing on the unessential. So we're essentially being lazy with what we have. So again, I can tell you all these inspirational things about limited time, live your dreams, you only have one life. But what does that mean tonight? What does that mean tomorrow morning? Right? How do we schedule each day to experience it the way that we want? Because really, our best life, a great life, is simply an accumulation of well-lived days. So when we create something like this, we need to get down into our days. We need to schedule and experience each day and each hour. And I do not mean some crazy minute-by-minute schedule. So if you hear my story, you'll learn about how that can absolutely also rob you of your time and joy as well. But what we do is we begin to have intimate knowledge of exactly where our time is going. Too often we know what's in our bank account. We don't know what's in our time account, and that's way more valuable than our money. So we need to identify the things that we want. So there's one of your steps, family time or hobbies, and then we do something very practical and unsexy, which is scheduling it. Treating the things that we want to do like appointments, scheduling our priorities instead of prioritizing our schedule. So cut me off anytime, but those are the things we show up to our doctor's appointment. So why don't we show up to the family time appointment? Know your real available time. There's a simple calculation of looking at your morning routines and PM routines and seeing what's left. We start to schedule our want tos and our wish tos and treat those piano lesson dreams with the same responsibility we would treat a client appointment or a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, brilliant. So right now, someone could sit down after this and think, right, what is it that I really want, something I've been putting off for ages? What would I really like to do? Sit down and schedule it. Do something about it.
See where your time's going. Step one is actually see where your real time is going.
Right.
And we tend to only see the appointments. We don't see the in-betweens. We don't see how long it takes when we're brushing our teeth or on social media or watching TV. We don't look at those as appointments because we usually aren't mindful about them. So we actually really start to see where the time is going. And once we do that, we see what time is left. And then we can go, oh, that's where that hobby could fit in. That's where that phone call could fit in.
Right.
And we start treating them with that same respect. We would say, yes, doctor, I'm available from 9 to 10.
Right. Well, this brings us perfectly on to the final question, because I know that you help people with exactly this thing, and you're doing this at the moment, aren't you? So what free resource would you like to share with our audience today, Tanya?
Well, One thing I do want to throw out there, and it's one of my favorite sayings, is that we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There is no someday on the calendar. So if you want to make it real, you have to put it in and make a real date. And as you mentioned, Rob, this process is the foundation of everything I teach. Now, I'm a business strategist. I give people 12-month strategies on how to create and grow their businesses. Yet this is the foundation of everything I teach, because without this, there is no room for dreams and goals in life. So you can join one of our free monthly trainings to get the basics of this process. We'll have the link to share with you guys. But you can also learn step-by-step how to do this live or in our DIY courses. So you can create a 30-day calendar based on your own life and real circumstances. But if nothing else, get started. You have a vision of what you really want. Find your deepest motivations. Be clear about what and why you live for. So, and you can start that by downloading our goal setting bundle, which is another link I've shared with you, and really any of our other resources. And we have plenty of videos to get you started on the Tanya MFK YouTube channel with our My Design Life show. So, and if you need more one-to-one help, you can always reach out and we'll get on a chat with you.
I'll put the links underneath, but just say the name of your website where they can get the one of these downloads.
Yes, I'm Tanya MFK. So it's tanyamfk.com. And you can find me anywhere else at Tanya MFK. There is only one of us in the world, so I'm very easy to find.
Tanya, TANYA MFK.
Yes.
And that will lead directly to you, Tanya.
Yes, right to me. So if you're curious, it's Marie Figueres Kreisinger, which is why I go by MFK, because no one's going to spell any of those.
Right. Well, I'm coming clean here. I've worked a little bit with Tanya in the past, and I have to say, she is so inspirational and such a genius. So
thank you.
I do hope.
Well, same to you, Rob.
I hope you'll take her up on this offer, because absolutely. Tanya, we just ran out of time before, so you really kept to time. I know you can chat. So.
I did my best, guys. I have so much to say.
It was brilliant. I keep it short, and then people tune in, and we'll get some, hopefully some follow-ups from this. So my audience, on behalf of them, thank you so much, Tanya. We've really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
And let's keep in contact. So
absolutely.
Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Thanks for checking out the Art of Vibrancy podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes, subscribe, rate us, and leave a review, and I'll love you forever. And if you'd like to try my energy boosting, inflammation busting, brain and body food breakfast, head over to www.breakfastofbrilliance.com and download the recipe today. See you soon. Bye.